Do you get migraines? Researchers from the University of Arizona just discovered a really cool treatment, and it doesn't involve any painkillers, injectables, or drugs of any sort. All they used was light. Green light, to be specific. Here's what happened. They enrolled 7 participants with episodic migraines and 22 with chronic migraines. They were each given LED light strips to take home and instructed to set aside a consistent 1 to 2 hours per day where they were in a room lit only by those LEDs. They could read, listen to music, exercise, but no screens. Tough, I know. But to make sure that it was the color that mattered and not just the time off, they all spent 10 weeks using white LEDs and 10 weeks using green LEDs, with a 2-week washout in the middle. The results were amazing. By the end of the 10-week green light period, the episodic migraine sufferers went from suffering roughly 8 per month to 2.5. And the chronic migraine sufferers? They went from 22 down to 9. That's a similar effect size to the best drugs on the market, but the white light had almost no effect. And what's crazy is that we have almost no clue why this works. The human body is amazing, but so is science. Quick update. I first posted this video over a year ago, at which point we really didn't know how the green light might help with migraines. And since that point, there have been several more studies released, first showing that, yeah, in humans, green light still does help with migraines and headaches, and also helps with fibromyalgia patients. But there was another study that showed that the mechanism by which it does it, or at least one of them, is by acting on neurons in the brain that produce an excitatory neurotransmitter called glutamate, which is involved in a whole bunch of stuff. But basically, the light acts on these neurons in a way that helps to mitigate pain sensitivity, which is super cool, and actually the opposite of how red light works on the brain, or at least pretty differently, which we're going to be getting into more in the upcoming series on red light, so stay tuned.